Hey Taurus, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you for April 19th through April 25th. And this week we're gonna use a bunch of oracle decks here. All right. I love doing these readings. The only downside for me with this is having to use so many decks. But I do think that these readings are helpful in a different way. So we're going to go through the oracle cards. We're going to ask specific questions of these oracle cards. And then we're going to clarify with tarot. Okay. All right. So I've got to get everything laid out here. This first card here represents what's going on with you and a connection right now. And it could be an old connection. It could be a new connection. It could be just somebody that you have an interest in. Okay. It could be somebody that you are thinking of moving to the next level with in an actual relationship. So just take the messages that resonate and leave the ones that don't. This card right here is representing what is coming in your connection. This card here represents something that you need to know or focus on right now. This card represents what your heart is saying when it comes to this connection. Right here, this card represents some of the self-talk that might need to go. We all do it, right? We all get into those negative cycles of telling ourselves maybe not the best things about ourselves. So that's what that card is about. This card here is going to represent something that Spirit sees that you can't see currently. This card here talks about what you need to know about the connection or relationship going forward. And then finally, this little deck represents maybe timeline around something or possibly a special message that you need to hear right now regarding your connection. All right, we are all set and we're going to start up here. Again, this is what's going on for you in your connection right now. You might be able to relate to this, or it might be something that's coming for you. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? Voyage of the heart. It says love flows through you and to you. So that tells me that your heart is open right now, okay? And that's a really, really good place to be. Your heart is open and you might be preparing to go on a voyage of love here, or preparing to start a new connection, or you might be in a really strong connection right now. So let's see what the voyage of the heart is saying. Love flows through you and to you. So that tells me that you're in a very loving energy right now, which is good. Look at that strength. Okay, so you might be dealing with a Leo, but strength really comes from making yourself vulnerable. And that is so important. Being able to make yourself vulnerable, your heart vulnerable, is really where your strength lies. And so often we see it the other way around, that being vulnerable is weakness, and it isn't, okay? So one more card here. Look at that, the Fool. So yeah, again, both of these cards tell me that you're open, you're ready, you might be even feeling like you're taking a risk with your heart, feeling like you're not really sure where something's going, but you're willing to take a risk and be vulnerable, okay? So that's beautiful energy to start. No matter where you are in a connection or what the relationship is, when your heart's open, that should say to you that, you know, you're moving in the right direction, okay? This card here talks about where the connection is going right now. Look at that. Grateful optimism, joyous view of the future. That's what I'm feeling here from you, okay? It's like you are optimistic about the future. You're trusting, you might be trusting the universe a little bit more to have your back, which it always does. You know, you're grateful for what you have right now. And that could be that you have an interest, you have a good connection, you have a relationship, but you're optimistic about where you're going. And I feel like whoever you're connecting with would have no choice but to be in a similar energy to you. You can't be in this beautiful energy and draw in, you know, somebody who has a very depressed or evil energy, okay? It just doesn't work that way. So whoever you're attracting, whoever you're around, I feel like they have to be in a very similar energy to you. So let's take a look at this. What is this bringing you? Grateful optimism. Love seeing that. Seven of Cups. Well, what it's bringing you is, I feel like a lot of choices, okay? And it might be because of the energy you're in, you know, you might have more than one choice when it comes to love, okay? Because you're attracting it. You are the essence of love right now, and you're attracting options. So you might be attracting a lot of attention right now. You might be getting a lot of attention. People are attracted to you, period. All right? If you have decided that there's one particular cup here that stands out to you, that's fine. That's great. You know, if you have focus on one particular person right now, that's okay. You're still in a beautiful energy here. One more with the Seven of Cups, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay. So it feels like there are some of you that might be a little bit confused or a little bit hung up possibly on the fact that you might have multiple choices. Okay, you might have multiple people that are interested, you know, and usually it boils down to maybe two specific people that you find very attractive, possibly for completely different reasons. All right. Now the Hangman also says that there's something here that you might need to look a little deeper at. Temperance. Lots of major arcana here. So I feel like you're connecting to your higher self, and you know, the universe, you're aligned with what is supposed to be happening for you in the universe here. So Temperance says patience. It also can say that there's something here that might need to be a little bit balanced. And I want to see what that energy is. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. So there's a lot of fire energy here. You might be dealing with a fire sign. So I just want to get a card for the Temperance. All right. Yeah, this is what I was feeling. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles tells me that one of these people, if you have more than one person, that is drawn to you right now, or that you're drawn to, you know, it feels like, you know, that this person, you can see them as a really, really good opportunity in the physical world. So in other words, this person would get along with your friends, would get along with your family. You could see them fitting into your life, no problem in the physical world. The other person, I feel like, brings out the worry in you about, would this person get along with my friends? Would this person fit in with my family? You are focused on the opportunity with one of these people, and you're focused on the limitations with the other person. Either way, I feel like both of these people, I don't feel like you can make a wrong choice here. And that might be the difficult part about this. So let's see what we have here. This card represents what it is that you need to focus on right now. All right, we've got change. Interesting. So change, number 5. 5 is about changes, about, can be about chaos sometimes. You might feel chaotic within yourself a little bit, especially if you're possibly falling for 2 people, or you've got a lot of attention coming your way. You're not sure what to do. Let's see what this change is all about for you. What is this change about? Page of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Emperor. All right, so we've seen a card of Aries twice. You absolutely could be dealing with an Aries, okay? That's first. You know, I feel like Page of Wands, there's one of these people might be very, very idealistic, has very, very big plans for the future, very optimistic. It might be where your optimism is coming from. I feel like there's somebody around you that's very, very optimistic, very big in their thinking. This might be the person that you feel would fit in to your family. Like you feel like this person could handle any situation. I feel like they talk a big game. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. You know, they talk about how they're going to succeed, or they might be already succeeding. Life might come very easily to them. Abundance might come very easily to them. And then we have this Emperor. I feel like they're, the challenge that this person brings, or, you know, for some it might be limitation, but I feel like this person would be very, very controlling. They want it done their way. Again, a lot of fire energy here. A lot of fire energy. So I feel like that's what you're struggling with this particular person that you feel would fit in. There's a reason. This is the person that feels very loud to me. Okay, this person's energy is overtaking the other person's energy. But there's something about the other person that still draws you to that other person. All right, so let's see. What is your heart saying? What is your heart saying right now? Look at, keep an open mind. Isn't that interesting? Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so what this is saying, the person that you feel would fit in is somebody that you probably admire in the physical world. Okay, somebody that, you know, somebody you can be proud to stand next to, right? But this other person that is lingering around you, I feel like that's why this is coming up. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And I feel like the quiet person that isn't showing up in this reading, that's the person that, you know, might really be tugging at your heartstrings. This person, I feel like, makes sense on paper, makes sense in every other aspect, but your heart is pulling you, I feel like, in another direction. And that's why the person, the louder person here, is showing up under change. Eventually, you're going to want this person to change possibly who they are. There's something about this person you don't like, and you already know what that is, okay? So let's look at keep an open mind. Let's look at keep an open mind. All right, we have the Devil. The Devil is a card of Capricorn. So this other person, okay, might be a Capricorn. Knight of Swords. What else? And the Moon. All right. So I feel like this is the other person, okay? This person is somebody that you kind of keep hidden in the dark, okay? This is somebody that I feel like you think about, okay? We've got swords here, Knight of Swords, and you would like to communicate with, but there's something about this particular person that is quiet and secretive. The Devil, I feel like there is a soulmate bond here that, you know, you might be making. It's like you feel something, I almost feel like the Devil is you in this situation. Like, you know, you're judging this person in a way that you wouldn't want to be judged, or you're judging this connection you have with them and labeling it. However you're labeling it as, in some way, as a negative. You know, and it's because it might be a connection that feels uphill to you. Like, you know, one connection feels very easy, very, again, like this person is going to make a great impression. They're going to get along with people. But when it comes down to the two of you, whichever two this is speaking to, it's like, how do you feel about each of these people when you're by yourself? How do you feel the relationship would be when you're behind closed doors with this person? This one, I have to say, feels better to me than this one. Okay? So whoever, you know, you're not quite sure of, there's somebody here that you're more sure of than the other, and I feel like it's this one over this one, because this one is falling under change. This one is falling under what your heart wants. Okay? All right, so let's see what we have here. All right, so this card is representing the self-talk that needs to go. Gilded regret. What number do we have there? 5. 5. I'm finding, you know, if you look at these readings, okay, if you cross-watch these readings, a lot of times both of these particular cards have the same number. It's really fascinating. So regret. That is your biggest concern. You don't want to have regret. So if you don't want to have regret, what's the answer to that? The answer is follow your heart. Because if we go the easy route now with somebody that, you know, you might be attracted to them, that you know, there might not be anything specifically wrong, but your heart is pulling you, I feel like, in a different direction. Gilded regret. Look at this. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Hermit. So, where I feel like the primary thought that's going through your head, and regret is very low vibration. So I don't feel like you're spending a lot of time in this, but when you're alone, I do feel like this creeps up on you. You're worried, very clearly here, you're worried about walking away from your deep feelings for somebody, a mutual connection that you know is based in your heart space. And you're worried about ending up alone because you make this decision. This is card of Virgo. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, but that's very clear. That's very clear. So what does Spirit want you to know that maybe you can't see right now? Resilience. Resilience. So the number 21 breaks down to a 3, which is about communication. I feel like Spirit is saying, whoever you choose here, okay, the other person will come back from this, Okay, they will recover. Okay, resilience, I feel like, is also, as far as you go, you have the resilience to follow your heart. And if you follow your heart today, then there's no need to worry about regret tomorrow. I mean, anytime we're worried about regret, it's based on something that we're doing or not doing right now. So if you know that you're going to regret something, I mean, we've all done it, right? We've all been able to see when we're making possibly a decision that isn't good for us. This person, probably not a people pleaser. Probably not somebody that goes out of their way to even begins to try to impress people. They don't care. They don't care about impressing people. They do care about impressing you. This person cares about impressing people, okay? Maybe at the expense of you. That's a big difference. Resilience. 9 of Wands. 10 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. So even though you're cautious, okay, about, I feel like, following your heart, I feel like when you do follow your heart, that's where complete emotional satisfaction is. And that is where you want to put your effort in. 8 of Pentacles. This is effort. And I feel like ultimately it's going to require less effort with this person than with this person. Just saying. That's what I'm feeling. All right. So let's see here. What do you need to know about this connection going forward? Faith. I love it. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. So, at the beginning of this reading, remember, I feel like you're in a very high vibration of love. So that's why love is finding you. But 2 different versions of love are finding you. And, it really is about who you feel most connected to. If you're truly not sure, which you may not be right now, having faith and realizing that you don't have to make the choice right now, next week or next month. Okay? You have every right to date. Okay? And dating means not exclusive. All right? So you have the right to do that, as long as both people know about it. That's where people get a little bit messed up, is when they're not completely honest that they're dating. I feel like if you're completely honest with both people and you have faith, the decision will become very clear, even if it's not right now. Okay? So faith, High Priestess. The Fool, Empress. Look at that. High Priestess says you're going to follow your intuition at the end of the day, which means you're going to follow your heart. The Fool, you know what? When you're following your heart and you're open completely to being vulnerable and taking a risk and maybe not knowing necessarily where this is taking you, especially this one, the Empress is your ideal person, ideal partner. So what faith brings you ultimately is your ideal person, okay? And that comes from being in that loving energy that you're in. I love the Fool. The Fool says you're putting your heart out there, and whatever comes is what is meant to come to you. So I love that. All right, so what do we have here? A special message here. Meditation brings answers. Isn't that interesting? When we're talking about, I don't know how two people show up in a reading. Like, I never go into a reading expecting to see more than one person or talk about more than one person. I feel it when it's there and I go with it. Okay, so for some of you, this is not your reading. That's okay. You might relate to different parts of it, and that's okay too. But meditation brings answers either on one particular person or choosing between two. And again, I feel the reason that you have options, okay, is because you're in a high vibration of love right now, which feels good. Life feels good when you're in that energy. Okay? If your worst problem is that you have too many people falling in love with you, you're not doing too bad, okay? So meditation brings answers. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. Okay, you might not be very good at meditation, all right, because your meditation sessions might turn into worry sessions, all right. Sorry to laugh. And then King of Cups. Okay. So, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles can also be Capricorn. For a lot of you, you might be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aries. What separates this love, King of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles, which is being completely authentic to yourself, okay, is worry. So meditation is not about sitting there in the dark worrying. It's about opening yourself up, emptying your mind of thoughts as much as possible, and that allows something else to come in. So it's not about worry. You don't have to worry. You just need to be in that energy of faith and love, and the answer will present itself to you. You don't have to worry about how this is going to work out. And so often people are so worried about how something is going to work out. This says here, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. And that's true. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. That's what you have to trust. Okay? All right. Taurus. Wow. That's what I got for you. These stories have been really interesting this week. Anyway, if you are looking for a deeper, more personal reading, certainly reach out. If not, then that's okay too. I will talk to you next time. All right? Thanks so much. Bye.